Greetings, one and all. Oh, forgot to bring up the chat elements here. There we go. Ooh, okay, that went well. Merry Christmas to you, one and all. There we go. We're going to be doing some casual Fortnite for today. For this tonight, we were streaming art and animation earlier. We're going to be doing this for a while tonight. We might do some art later on. We will wait and see. For those that are part of the community, you have the ability to jump in whenever you want. If you are not part of our community, we make some exceptions, but typically you have to be around for a little bit longer than just one stream. And right now, to do that, you have to be a part of the Discord. If you're part of the Discord, you have the ability to jump in whenever you feel like it. We will probably have some rules that we implement at a later date, but for right now, there's not really too much need for that. Actually, let me double check something over here on the Twitch side. Okay, there we go. Solve that problem. The Golden Mage. Who are you shooting at, Golden Mage? Look, Golden Mage left some gold. Lovely. Troubled Taco. That poor Taco. So troubled. We are having some problems with the with copyright right now. There is some notifications I've been getting from YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting really ticked off that they're so very sensitive about stuff, especially for older pieces of music. But I think I'm going to need to reevaluate some of the music that I use for the radio, which I've been meaning to do for a while, but I'm not liking some of the options I have right now. So if you know of some free sources that are not going to be copyright claimed, that would be great. And honestly, I probably need to get some remixes. Remixes tend to do pretty well for streams, and that could solve the problem. We'll wait and see. Oh, I didn't realize the storm was already here. good thing it didn't go too far. Actually, is there a car back here? Yes, there is. Should also check if the people who made the remixes are fine with you using them. Yes, that is indeed true. How are you doing, Bastion? Wait a minute. Huh. Okay, there we go. There are a couple of remixes that you can use. YouTube has a couple of them identified, but they're really, really short pieces of music. They're not longer pieces of music, and so I know a lot of people just avoid music, period. Might have to consider doing that. Now, there are some remixes that are perfectly fine, but the ones that are getting me are the ones that honestly should be in the clear. So, I don't know entirely which ones they're going to be until YouTube basically tells me one way or the other, hey, how dare you use this piece of music? And it's different than Twitch. They both have their own systems. Where'd the car go? There's the car. Hello. Back home and drank too much soda. Death to bots. Someone nearby. Yes, there is. Shoot. That was not very good. Ew, Shadow Shroud. That's actually kind of disturbing looking. Well, it is. This right now is has become for me a holiday week for the last couple of years. A holiday week span from the Christmas till New Year's. Now, I historically have not had that. Work was very demanding around that time frame, and now it's kind of strange not to have that. But instead, my work tends to be a bit more busy around other times of years. The spring, for me, is a very busy time. And so for the next few months, I'm going to be booked in terms of daily obligations for work. And it's probably going to reflect on evening streams. I'm probably going to struggle to stay awake for some of those weeks. We'll still be doing evening streams, but they're probably going to be earlier. I don't know what time slot just yet, but I do want to begin the earlier ones starting in the first week of January. Okay, just a second. Silverado logged out on me again. Still can't figure out why it does that log out sort of procedure there. Maybe I have to invest into putting cookies onto the site. I don't really want to do that. I know a lot of people don't like cookies, and they are security problems, honestly. Maybe I can set it for certain people have cookies, or yeah, we'll wait and see. Hey, sword, perfect. These are bots. No need to use the sword on them. Problem solved. I just like how the cookies taste. Yes, indeed. They taste like losing one's data. Slurp it up? Nah. Man, the ice blocks make you so much faster with the sword. Hey, look, a bot. Ta-da. Death to bots. Man, I am so fed up of all these companies that are actively trying to get people to like bots. Oh, bots are the future. Yeah. Nope. I refuse. You all can advertise the daylights out of bots. I'm still going to pass on the bad news about them so that people will wake up. I wonder how many people got folks that they know AI related gifts. I don't know a whole lot of people that would. Personally, but maybe there's a couple people here and there. I did come across someone recently who had one in their home, and no cannonballing. I broke the rules. You can't make me obey you, robots. But someone who had an AI in their home. And I heard it, and I was like, you guys have no idea about what you're doing. The risk. They didn't know, they didn't care. It is amazing how many people don't care until it's too late. Never gonna get somebody AI related gift. It's such a terrible thing. I know a couple more people actually that are losing their jobs to AI, or at least having their business destroyed by it. Let's just try and shoot here. Don't you see I'm busy? Not as smooth as I would have liked it to be. Do the bots also like cookies? We can be cookie buddies. Oh, golly. Bastion, you make me feel tired all over. What the? Did the bot throw loose? Okay, I gotta get out of here. I do not have the health for this. Missed my opportunity to take him out. I'll be back. Greetings, Firehand. How are you doing? Have you had a wonderful Christmas? Please drive safely. Tanuki Twinkle. Interesting. I need some shield. Hey, look at that shield. All these gifts and no Christmas tree to put them under. I wonder what happened to the tree. Well, my health is way lower than I thought it would be. Out of my way. Okay, you're just gonna follow me there, huh? Let me lead you on a merry little chase here. Well, okay, fine. You're not going to follow. I'll just go about my merry little way. Greetings, Aaron, in real life. Merry Christmas, Jeff. I hope you have been well and are having a nice holiday period. Things have been well, Aaron. How are things with you? Has your Christmas been memorable? Not a lot of health around here. There we go. Not like I need this right now, but maybe later. Barrels don't deserve to be on a swing set. It's been forever. Glad to see you. I've been well, thanks. I spent it with family and chilled a lot, so it was nice. I know that for a lot of people, this Christmas season has been a good chance to kind of reset in a lot of ways. I've been grateful for that. It wasn't nearly as nice as past Christmases, but you know what? It was memorable, and I appreciate how it kind of helped to upset the routine and gave me some positive interactions with friends and family, and I hope that next year is even more so. What have you been up to lately, Aaron? Because yeah, you're right. It has been a while. Any big life updates? Hey, you brought me shield. Perfect. Oh, come on. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Man. I knew that was going to happen. I had some trouble with work, so that knocked me off balance a bit. But I recently started a new project that has kept me busy. Well, hopefully it is one that continues to give you inspiration and energy to be able to keep tackling challenges. I gotta say, there are a lot of people who struggle with being able to really find motivation to move forward. And I talked with someone recently, I mentioned the story earlier, someone who is struggling with staying motivated. It can take a little while to get your feet under you again. And finding something new to break up the routine can help out tremendously. I know it helped out for my life, and I've seen it help out in others, so it's good that you have a new project. Things have been going decent. They've not been going bad, thankfully. We got a couple of big projects I hope to be able to finalize over this Christmas break. Maybe a little bit further than that, but I hope that it will offer some opportunities when these first things come out. We got t-shirts in the making. It's there. I have the stuff good to go. I just need a little bit of time to get the things sawed down. And so I'm going to try and do that this week. Get it finalized, and that way we'll be able to start making t-shirts. Have a couple of print products that are going to be coming out, and they're going to be added to our Redeem store. It's not an actual store. It's people's time that's kind of like channel points that have all been documented, so that way they can be able to redeem stuff for the time that they have spent around here. By the way, if you are part of that system, please be sure to comment on the videos, and that will help out, and I will give you extra credits for that. But we do have the t-shirts coming out, some print stuff, and now some story stuff that will be coming out. And we have a couple of other things as well, including ornaments, which I'm still trying to work out a problem with it. As always, trying to take on a whole lot of ideas and make them into a reality. So naturally, I overbook myself for projects. Actually, I don't know how long it's been since you were here. I remember it's been a couple months at this point. But we have a new feature around here. You will see it on the lower left of your screen. It is our stream radio. Now, there are some neat features that come along with that, and right now we are prototyping it. After a year, I'm going to try and figure out some other things to do with it as well. We keep adding to it a little bit at a time. I have all sorts of ideas I want to try and do with it. But got a little ways further to go with that before we can be able to get it to where people can jump in and participate with it. But I just got so tired of working with channel points. Channel points were an absolute nightmare, as was demonstrated right then and there. People have the ability to play sound effects and some other neat features that I've not made live yet, but things like changing the music, adding sound effects, playing sound effects. There will be some videos, some other stream engagement that's going to happen. It's an interesting experiment. And sometimes things still break on me. Like right now, it just broke on me. No, that is not for cheering. We do not cheer when things break. We say boo. I don't think we have a boo sound effect. All right, where is this? Refresh. There we go. You know, we also have, well, for the story thing that's going to be coming out soon, it's kind of inspired off of the thing that happened last year. Now, last year we had a very neat side project. It was the last time that we had a story redeem that was really available. And for those that did not see it, the story redeem allowed for us to kind of tell a short story based upon some criteria. Now, I found out after the first time of doing it, it was way more difficult to try and do, and so I kind of held off. But I wanted to use that same thing for another project, and that part is in the works right now. It's been in the works for about a year, and I'm getting very close to being able to show it to you all. That's why I'm going to spend some time over this break to get it all cleaned up and good to go. Kind of a pitiful drop area here. Oh well. Well, I also have the next animation I've been trying to render out. I mean, that's taken a long time to try and get figured out, but still something I'm trying to plug away at. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of this break. That reminds me, that's probably something that will be happening tomorrow, is some cleanup on that animation, because we've encountered some problems with it. Storm. Oh, someone's up ahead. Oh, come on. So you trying to fight me now? I don't really want to fight a demon. Well, not unless I have this weapon. So obviously, you should be able to shoot demons. There we go. Perfect. Got a sword out of it. Time to get out of here. Making some eggs for breakfast. Be right back, lurking. Much appreciated for the lurk. Ooh, bath. What are you doing here? You ruined my bath. Villain. Tree needs some water. There we go. So you can't hit him from here. Whoa. Is that a phantom? Oh, it is. Hey there, freak. Get out of here. Ooh, look at this thing that you were carrying. Mmm, delicious. Is this the tears of a demon? Bleh. Demon doesn't perish like this, does he? Does his health go down at all? Uh-huh. How do I do this? Oh, I've hit you. Not going to turn out very well. I'm in big trouble. Oh, I have to hit your eyes? That suddenly makes sense. Okay. Oh no. Alright, you know, I'm out. I'm out. That was a little close. Do I go back in? I mean, its health is pretty low. I haven't tried this before. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay, so I was able to do it. Cool. I have the ability to teleport out of here. That was probably not the smartest thing to do. That could have been horrible. I don't know if this is worth it to have this thing. But I got it. I got some really good items as well. thing is really heavy. It does not like to fly very far. Hark. There you are. That's acting like a bot. Nope, that's not a bot. That was indeed a person. Thank you for the health. Just what I needed. Oh, darn it. Not... Some people's accuracy is just so good. I think it's controllers for the most part. That lock-on. I would sure like to have a lock-on, but also at the same time, I would feel like cheating. I remember talking with a friend, and he was all about the lock-on. This was back when I didn't even know this stuff existed. And he told me about it, and I was like, this feels like cheating. He was like, no, you need it. No one can be able to play this game if you don't have it. And lo and behold, most of us found out that our accuracy was better when we were playing without it. But it was still a big problem. Some people could be able to use it to quite good effect, especially with high, very fast repeating weapons. Ew, look at that. Peppermint. Interesting. By the way, I've been having a little bit more of this candy cane. I don't think I'll ever be eating one of these things again. It is so wildly unhealthy with how it clings to your teeth. I see up on the top right, it mentions about ballistic. Now, ballistic, we tried that the other day. I did not like it. It felt like a very cheap knockoff of a game that is very effective in other games entirely. To have it as a mini game just felt cheap. It's like if you decide that you want to, if you're a Fortnite player and you try a battle royale on another game and you're like, boy, this is not very smooth, it feels clunky, and they did it just because they wanted to compete with Fortnite. You specialize in something and everything else starts to suffer as a result. This game will never become kind of an all-in-one game. I think the last few months has proven that. It's proven that games really need to be structured from the ground up to be a certain way. Building your own game engine is preferred. And the more I learn about it, the more I think games that don't do that are setting themselves up for future failure. Fortnite is one such game. They've relied a whole lot off of Unreal, and it is not very helpful to them. You find other games that are far more reliable, and all it takes is somebody who has an understanding of how to do a game like this a little bit better, and then no one will return to this. Skins only go so far. Gameplay is where it will be at in the long term. And so if they don't figure out how to deal with that, I think that they'll encounter more and more problems. Get off that thing, please. So things like Ballistic suffer a lot because they don't know how to make a good game that is not a battle royale. Another sword. Actually, just a second. There we go. Now I'll go back up there and get the other sword, now that I use this one even more. There we go. Lovely. Swap this one out. And we're good to go. What have you got? Nothing. Oh, here we go. Thank you. You know, I've been hearing some things about people visiting Japan as of late. A lot of people who are kind of abusing the the good name that Americans have for traveling, in Japan's not been happy. I don't blame them. Some of the things that Americans have been doing is downright disgraceful. Makes you wonder how long goodwill can last. When do people start saying, you know what, this is getting insulting. We don't really want to have you around anymore. I think that if we're not careful, we risk losing good friends and allies in that sense by being rude to them. And we have a lot of Americans on both sides of the aisle that are rude. Say soba, udon. Oh, soba udon. I'm correct. Look at that. Traveling in Japan would be fascinating. I don't know when that will happen, but I hope to be able to have that experience sometime. And when I do go, I definitely have a couple of areas that I would love to go see. But I do realize a lot of those areas are not really great tourist places. They're more like places you're invited to rather than going there because you're part of a scheduled trip or something like that. There's also a couple of them that are kind of awkward to go to. One such place was a location where they had an ancient, had the world's most ancient tavern. That was the wrong button. The most ancient tavern in the world that they could actually trace. And you see video footage of it, and you're like, ugh, that'd be interesting to go see, but it's so very awkward, and you almost cringe at the thought of going to it. So something that could be a really interesting area, you tend to avoid because it does sound probably a little bit better than it actually is. There's some other areas too that are actually a little insulting. And I saw this one recently. Now, there are some people in Japan, apparently, who, for whatever reason, wanted to make a claim that is so outlandish that it is, that it's about as insulting as you can get. Because they have an area that they claim is the burial site of Jesus Christ. In Japan, of all places. And it's like, where in tarnation did this begin? Where did this belief begin? And why do you have a fake location for this? Who knows? But it is deeply concerning in that sense because what does that do to the people of the country? Those that are on the fence about their faith and they see a place like that, are they not going to be filled with more doubt than they probably already are? Now you can battle through your doubt. I've battled through my doubt. But when you are getting things like that, I can't help but see some problems with that. And I foresee some major problems with going to a place like that. I would never want to do that. Now, I wonder, though, if Japan might have done that back in the days when they were trying to launch a government-backed attack upon the Christian population, which happened a couple of times throughout their history. Big problem, honestly, and the Christian church still rebounded. It just was never as big as it got in other areas. Hello? What are you doing in the road, buddy? Use the sidewalk. Over the edge. Crush splat. Little meow meow. Poor fella. Thought he was a cat, and he could not land on his feet like a cat. So what do you do with doubt like that? Like what a lot of the Japanese Christians probably go through. Well, when you have doubt, honestly, that is a bit of a trial. It is not something that is bad. We all have to go through doubt. But what it becomes is a form of mockery that is very hard for people who are new to really understand and comprehend what is being taught. I grieve that for the Japanese in that sense, because a lot of the things that they know about the church is perverted by their culture. If you watch Japanese anime, you will notice there is a fascination and mockery done of Christians. It happens quite a lot. And while I don't think that... that was a little closer than I would like it to be. While I don't expect them to fully understand and appreciate the faith that Christians have, it is something where you have to wonder if the message of the gospel, which is not very strong in Japan, if that is the main reason why it doesn't succeed, because there is a constant mockery. You can't force somebody to believe, but you can basically harass somebody so much that they are filled with doubt to the point of where they turn on their faith. Now, the Bible warns against such things, and that's one of the reasons why you flee persecution. A couple are made to go into persecution to make a stand so others who are not believers can believe, and why those that already believe can be given encouragement in their faith by seeing faith lived out. pick myself up a passenger. We'll see how long this alliance lasts. They're going to be so upset about this. Oh, golly. This is so cheating. You know, in other games, this is a super popular strategy to do. Take this, Harley Quinn. Well, I guess our alliance is over. Is a good faithful friend. It's a shame that he's gone. I try to show him mercy, and he betrays me. Well, you can only show somebody mercy for so long before they turn their backs on you. Now, someone of moral upstanding would not do such a thing. There's a lot of times in life where you trust somebody, and they don't respect the trust that was given, and they many times will turn their back on you and try and tear you down. I've experienced that quite a bit in my short history. A lot of people have done that. Now, I'm a very trusting fella. I admit that. Most people are not trusting, and nor do they want to trust. They want to break. They like to take advantage. And you know what? I think that that is forged by our culture. And as such, because kids spend most of their time in school, they probably learned it from our classes. Now, I don't know what it's like for the average student. I know that for me, I had a very tough time with some students. They never really showed a level of respect for things that you did. And ironically enough, when you get into the job world, people kind of treat you in that same way. Now, I remember hearing about people back in the olden days that would have done anything to see somebody else succeed. because they had a history. If you don't have a history with people, you don't care. It's one of the reasons why I hate the idea of having fly-by-night friendships. I like the idea of people staying friends for a longer period of time, because otherwise people will try and take advantage of you. If you've been friends with somebody for more than a year, chances are you will be able to be friends with them for 2 years, maybe even 3. If you've been friends with somebody for 5 years, you have a very good chance that you'll be friends for life. Unless something comes along to break that relationship. Now, for a lot of people, that tends to be when someone gets married or when somebody moves. Those are 2 things that are very common for people to suddenly have a change in their mentality. Another thing that can happen, though, is somebody who experiences a moment of pain. They will lash out at people. Many of them will. Not guaranteed, but I have seen a whole lot of people that, for the pain that they felt, they're willing to throw everybody else under the bus. Zero hamburgers? Poor fella. He needs a hamburger. By the way, Bastion, how was the evening for you? I know you drank too much soda. That is a very sorry thing. Hopefully you at least enjoyed it. It was delicious, he agrees. Let me guess, it was Spetzy. Says entertainment. Tell me a joke. Entertainment. Did I not update the channel correctly? That's a bit strange. But anyway, greetings, Athena. Jokes you won't really find around here. Now, life lessons you will find. Now, there are some comical things that take place around here, but it was a tag. Well, now that is a little peculiar. Oh, I know why. The tag on Twitch. That's because we do art and animation. Sometimes storytelling. Now, storytelling part, that one is what made me want to put in the entertainment tag for that. No jokes. Yeah, well, we have a lot of comical things that can happen around here. They tended to happen more around the time that we were doing the role play a couple of years ago. Now, if you were to have been around here 2 days ago, you would have seen some of that shenaniganry kind of taking place. But we kind of go all over the place. This is a very down-to-earth sort of channel, and our community is in that same sort of vein. It's been a lot of fun over the last 2 years to try and build things up. It's fairly low-key, honestly. But it is enough interest has kept people around for a couple of years, which I am most grateful to people like Bastion, who is currently playing with me, for having been around for that long amount of time. What kind of role play? So, we got started on, this channel got started by doing Red Dead role play. Going around the map and pretending like we were someone straight out of the Old West. A guy by the name of Milo. He was going forward into the West on his journey up to Alaska. Now, lo and behold, his journeys got held up by a bunch of very uncivil individuals. And so thus he had to be able to stay out there and either bring some law and order to the area or just find a way to earn enough money to get on that boat out in Seattle. That is how it began. We did that for a couple of months. I worked with some other folks to try and do that. Much appreciated, Athena. Hopefully you find something of merit around here. We're continuing to try and look for new ideas and activities to build up, and so no idea what the future for these channels will hold. But we're always going to be trying to do something new and exciting. We try and not to do too many things that are repetitive, except this game, which is more just so people that are part of the community can be able to jump in and participate. Gotta look for jokes. Indeed. Hope you find some good jokes. You know, that reminds me. 2 years ago, I was the guy that was doing all the dry dad jokes for the streamers. It was, I'm the type of guy that it will build upon kind of the joke that is presented in front of me, or find a joke where someone doesn't see it. And I remember people finding them absolutely hilarious at the time. But, of course, they're the type that many people would start to roll their eyes. Oh, that sort of joke. Oh, yeah, sure, it's very funny. But, you always would get smirks out of people. And I appreciated that there was that opportunity. Now, I didn't really have that chance much after that. I still would tell jokes on the occasion. It usually has to be when I'm kind of slap happy during the evenings to really start to find humor in every last little thing. Well, someone has perished around here. Where to? We need a gas station. Oof. Well, that was a bit of a problem. Oh, lo and behold, I see that. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, golly, that's the bot. Dang it. Looking for jokes. Here's one. My nephew was trying to annoy me with bird puns, but I taught him that two can play at that game. That's a good one. You know what is actually kind of interesting about a lot of humor? A lot of humor tends to be, well, a lot of spontaneous humor in like stand-up comedy usually revolves around things that are inappropriate. And I don't know what it is, but I think the majority of dads out there have some of the best humor imaginable because they find humor in daily activities. And it's something that people can appreciate kind of regardless of your culture. It's a great source of inspiration for humor. But then you watch a comedy show and the humor is kind of bland. They'll be very inappropriate, and that is basically the joke. all of their jokes. I was talking with a guy who was trying to be all clever with his humor, and he was joking about all these things that were more or less sexual. And it's like, okay, do you have any other types of jokes? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Very peculiar, honestly. And that's why dad jokes stand out, because they're usually plays on words, or they are things that have to do with real life, or they're just kind of pointing out irony. I think that's one of the reasons why it makes them so good. By the way, just a reminder, folks, we are on 3 different platforms. We are on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. If you have an interest in any of those platforms, that is the area that you can be able to find us at. Now, if you want to be able to participate in some of the activities, you have the ability to do so by joining the Discord. Sorry, my teeth are a little sensitive right now. I think it's the cold weather. Okay. You have the ability to join by jumping into the Discord, and once we know who you are, you can join at will. Yeah, once again inside this building, I'm going to take a quick check at something on the stream side. Oh, messed that up. Never mind. Sword. Okay. Now that I have the sword, I'm going to go over here and check this right over here. Stand by just a second. Curious. Oh well. All right. Let us see here. Well. Oh, did someone reboot? We'll deal with that in a moment. All right, kitties attack. Gotta find a vehicle. Here we go, vehicle. Oh, never mind, they're here. Get out of here. You're a sneak. Well, you are not very sneaky. I could hear you a mile away. Maybe that was because I had cat ears on. All right. Into the Incredible Mobile. We're off on incredible adventures now. All right. I heard gunfire over here a moment ago. I don't hear it anymore. So, quick fuel. Okay. Oh, here we are. Come back here, Spider-Man. You're a menace. That was close. Way too close. My health is pretty low here. Okay. Too many people. Oh, I went right over top of him. Wow. Heal. And then go go into the attack again. There's a guy across the way, Bastion, so just be forewarned. Ta-da! Muddy boots. Those boots were made for walking, and that's what they're gonna do. Don't mind me, I'm gonna go over and deal with that fella by dealing with him with a car. Oh, golly. Get out of here, Harley Quinn. Wait, Mariah Carey, get out of here. I don't want you for Christmas or New Year's. Ooh, golly. Not good, not good. Gotta repair. Oh, come on. That did not go well. Shoot. Add that to our loss counter. Cool. So here's a question. When it oh wait, just a second. Oh no. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Restream just died on me. I think. Nope, never mind. It's there. I thought it was gone. That was weird. Okay. So question. If you were to be choosing an activity for your holidays, what would be the preferred activity? Would it be a craft? Would it be a special event? Would it be a journey with a destination in mind? What would that look like? You are the master of your holiday schedule, and what would that be? For me, it would probably be something along the lines of trying to figure out about a 5-day span of activities. Enough that people have the ability to jump in whenever they want and have the ability to abstain as they want, but have something designated for the final day where everybody is just kind of expected to participate in. And during that final one, I would want to try and make sure that, okay, just, I would try and make sure that there was a focus on separating people out into smaller groups to participate in activities, bring them together for one activity, for the second activity, split them up into new groups for the third activity, bring them together for the fourth activity, and split them apart for the fifth, and then finally with the sixth, bring them back together. Doing things like Christmas cookies are pretty commonplace. Honestly, I think it's not a half bad idea. A lot of people get to have a lot of fun with stuff like that. But I would be more inclined to want to maybe try and do something that could transcend each activity. Like, let's say, for example, you are on you're trying to make sure that people come away with a Christmas attire. So one area you go and you make a sweater together with a group. And then you have a group activity that is maybe a series of word games that bring everyone together. Then you split and you do something like maybe Christmas socks, trying to come up with a kind of comical designs for that or something like that. And then you come together for your evening meal. and then you split up and you do some other activity. And the goal is to try and make sure that people come away with a goofy attire out of all of it. I'm here, Lurking Brother. Greetings, Pantheon. Hope you're doing well. Hope your stream goes well, because I assume that's probably what you're getting ready to do. And I hope that you find some good success with that. Holiday activities, be lazy at home. No. You can't do that. That's a cheap way out of it. You have to, do something that sparks engagement, sparks memories. I'm sure you can do better, Scutless. Maybe you're making maybe one time you're making a Christmas dessert. Maybe not just cookies, maybe something else. Could be interesting. Beep goes beep. I think that's a bot name. Ouch, that is painful. It's the Snoop Dogg, the villain. Get away from us. Wow, 1 health. Very, very close. Level up. Hey, stop shooting. That was not very civil-like. I just finished getting all my shield up, too. Thank you. Very kind. Oh yes, that will be a good addition to my collection. Thank you. What do you see? Oh, okay. What the? That's right. Destroy the AI, you cookies. Well done. Well done. I'll leave that AI because you obviously have that one being tortured. Gotta hate the AI. We are actually in a very interesting time in history. This year marks the last year that we are going to be able to say that human engagement was AI-free. Now, there were AI involved, but this is the last year that you could actually say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that people were completely unaware. Now, there is a high chance that every activity you have, every engagement you have, is going to be AI fueled. That's a really scary future, honestly. And I hope and pray that doesn't become our future. But alas, it's going to be a little hard to avoid. Was that it? Oh, now that guy's up. Ouch. Take this, you demon. Take out the eyes. That's right. Destroy the demon. But to be AI free, it's almost a dream now, isn't it? The idea that you could actually... The idea that you could actually be forced to interact with machines is something a lot of people have talked about for so many years. So many decades. And now it's finally a reality. People are starting to blur the lines. And a lot of people have just given up. They're like, nope, that's it. AI all the way. 2025 is going to be a bad year for that. A lot of people are going to just give up and choose to embrace the AI. People like me will always resist it. And I'll be among the people that will be triumphant in the end. I do believe that. But it will take a little bit of encouragement to get others to join that fight. Is there a sorted around here? Not that I'm seeing. Not like I've hunted around here very efficiently. Sword? Where are you, sword? Hello, sword. Unfortunately, some people will likely have to die for an AI making a miscalculation that gets someone killed at a factory, or for example, before we get a big backlash that makes the big companies start distancing themselves from AI. I would personally argue we've already had it happen. We need something that's so public that people cannot deny it. And I hope and pray we don't encounter that. I hope we wake up, but human beings, golly, it's like they all check their brains out. They're like, no, we don't need to use critical thinking to avoid it. We have to experience it first. Because there's so much money to be made. So much money. Yeah, right. The only people that are making money are the rich people. Everyone else is losing money. Now, here's something that it's going to do. Now, I'm all for this one. It's going to destroy some questionable entertainment. It will destroy it. And I'm grateful for that. I'm not grateful for the fact that it is going to replace it and lead to more darkness. That's a problem. But a lot of people are going to be put out of a job within the next few weeks, months, years. And it's going to be in things that are kind of like what we're doing right now. Right now we are interacting on a stream. We are playing a game together. We are having chats. Do you realize how easy it's going to be to replace someone like me with an AI? Some people already are replaced with an AI. It already has happened. Imagine how cold the world will become with something like that. Already we're starting to see it. It will only get worse as time goes on. That's why it matters so much that we all engage one another face to face as much as possible. Because the world of the internet has proven so much that we do not do well in isolation. We do not. Do you see someone? Or are you shooting just for the sake of it? Oh, lo and behold. I do not have a sword. Ah, phooey. My bad. Master Chief. Ugh. That was my bad. Okay. Bring this up. Ah, it logged me out again. Phooey. I don't need that character. All right. But someone like me will be replaced for a lot of folks. News, cultural news, gone. South Korea has already done it. South Korea is an area where you can go on to the news and see someone who is fake. They've been doing it for years at this point. You can see the same thing in China. Fake people presenting the news. You can see it in our social media. People posting fake news. No, I'm not talking about the people who are claiming fake news in our culture. No, I'm talking about people that are deliberately making fake content with the precise intent to confuse people or to trick people into buying products that they shouldn't. It is everywhere. And there's a great video that came out recently that kind of mocked it, but also pointed out why it happens. When you see these accounts that are bot farms, they're doing it so they can sell the account, so you can become famous overnight. They do all the heavy lifting for you. We already are experiencing that. We have an entire generation of young kids who do not understand what human interaction is. They look at one another and think, why bother trying to fake it? Let's just embrace the artificial world that we have. And it's hurting them, psychologically destroying them. Brain rot is real. Imagine what AI will do to that, how much worse it will get. "2025 is a point when that will become, when this whole thing will come to a head. Because it already has begun, and it will only get worse as the year goes on. Now we do have a way to pull back. We can refuse to be pawns. Turn off your social media. Engage people in real life. And you will find so much opportunity starts to appear. And you'll see your world start to make more sense. That's why I keep saying over and over again, I hope that people don't stay here permanently on these streams. I hope they find ways to engage people in the real world so that they eventually will find so much to do in the real world that they won't have time to be around here. I really do mean that, because I want people to grow. I want them to have a future, to have hope. AI, social media, all of it's designed to keep you trapped. It's not trying to help look out for your well-being. they couldn't care less about your well-being. Well, I hope people want to be around. I would rather them find hope and success elsewhere in the real world, because that way, when there's an accounting in the afterlife, and the book of life is there, and I don't get seen as one who created vices. I don't want to have that role. And I do believe there are consequences for our actions, for the things that we have done and the things that we have left undone. Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at this map. Yeah, very small train system, honestly. I would love if the train system actually had a couple of areas that went out and then went back to the other side of the island, kind of like that. That would be interesting. Have spokes. Make it like a real train system. Oof. If you were to come to an event, let's say you found a brand new channel. They do streams kind of like this, but they have thousands of viewers. They have thousands of people that have been following for years. And you're like, wow, this is an engaged community. I really like being around here. And you're left with this hope. It's like, hey, I finally found a place that I feel like I can connect. And you spend weeks there. Months, even. And then you find out there is a live event that's going to take place. And it's nearby. You don't even have to travel very far. You get a chance to go to a community that you have been a part of for weeks. And you get to meet everybody that you have come to love. You've come to admire. And I'm bringing someone to you, Bastion. He's in the passenger seat. Never mind. And as you are eventually go to one of these events, you suddenly realize you were the only one there. Oh, golly. Lasered. You're the only one there. And sure, there's a couple of people, and you realize all the people you thought were on stream were actually an AI, and they're on screen. They're not even on a stage. Well, they are on a stage, but it's a projection. And you realize the world that you thought was real was fake. And thus, you start to lose hope. And you start to seek a way to escape that. Maybe even go into the digital world. I mean, you've heard about people doing like investing into technology that can upload your brain to the digital world, or just spending time in a multiverse sort of thing. And you're like, you know, I want to try and go down this dark path. I know people that are actually experiencing that now. You can find those people online in small communities who are losing hope because they have become so attached to fake things that the real world holds nothing for them. And I've met a few people in this category, and I think that number's going to grow. Those sorts of streamers are no fun. The chat moves so fast you can't really hold conversations or actually interact with a streamer. Tis true. But there are some people that actually do act like that. I think we all know a couple communities where that kind of does happen. You know, I went over to a channel a couple of months ago, and it was one that had hundreds of thousands of followers, and people were all excited about what the community was like, and nobody could get a word in edgewise. And if you did get noticed, you'd get chewed off so easily. But if the chat is fake, you know what? It's pretty easy to be deceived. I think a couple of chats are going to start becoming fake in that sense. I could see a very lucrative business of trying to do something like that. Guess we'll have to wait and see if it actually comes to pass. I went to watch a stream that was done by Tim Pool a couple of days ago, actually. And it was so hard to read any of the chat. And I thought, how does anybody feel like they're part of a community? And then I realized they don't. They actively do not. They think that they're part of a community because they're chatting, but really what they're doing is they're just being a crowd. They're the crowd that's made to go and cheer and say, ooh, ah, amazing. But you're not actually made to say anything. These are bots that are with us, Bastion. Dominator just got dominated. Thank you. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I have a fail-safe kind of planned out if we reach the point of where we get a whole lot of people, which, again, because of my personality, I know we will never get there. But if it becomes so much that you can't keep track of what's going on, I have a fail-safe. And it's going to be through Silverado this happens, which is actually one of the neat features about it, is that you have the ability to control chat in a very unique way. Now, we've not had to deal with this yet, but it is prepared to where kind of a switch can be thrown, and we suddenly get a special Silverado-based chat that allows for some of these, allows for there to be less confusion and feel like people are engaged a bit more. What it would do in the basics is it separates out the chats into separate groups. The second thing that it does is it would take your chat, and if you're trying to address anybody on stream, it will take the opportunity to basically do a lottery if there is too many people to be read. That way you don't have to pay for it. Because I do not like the people that do a $20 fee if just to have your voice heard. So if you're trying to get a hold of the streamer's attention, I'd rather have it to where you are put in a lottery, and if you desperately need your information to be heard, then you can pay for it. But if you don't charge someone an arm and a leg. Oof. Darn that Spider-Man. But this idea, I presented this actually to the streamers a couple of years ago. I said, I have an idea how we could do a lottery so that people don't pay through the nose to have to be heard. And I was told, nope, that we want the money. We don't want people to feel, we don't care if people don't have their voice heard. I was like, I don't like that idea. I would rather have people have their voice heard, even if it's kind of at random who gets to be heard, because yeah, you're not going to be able to go through everybody. Or there's another thing, an upvote. I was in a chat and I spent $10 to be heard in a chat. And you know what was really insulting to that? 4 people all said the same thing. If there had been the ability to vote for something, we all could have had the question answered, and we wouldn't have had to pay money. Now, I needed to ask that question, and also I kind of, mostly because I wanted to try and learn, but other people were asking just out of pure curiosity. Some maybe because they wanted to donate and they're just trying to think of something to say. But the ability to vote for something is huge. If you're going to say, hey, is there going to be a stream later on in the week? You don't need people to pay through the nose to be able to ask that question. It's a common question. Vote for it. If you get like 5-10 people that say, yes, we all want this, they don't have to pay for it. It immediately gets pushed to the top. I think there's a lot of potential with that. I really want to test it out. I like I said, I have the basics, the bare bones of it figured out. So when push comes to shove, we have that ready to go. But again, that won't happen. Not for a long time, if ever. I mean, we gain about 1 viewer every 2 to 3 streams. The algorithm will never pick up on it because I intentionally sabotage the finances because I don't want advertisements to bombard this place. But that's the way that I would solve it. That's the fail-safe if we ever got to that point. And if we never get to that point, you know what? At least we were prepared should that event happen. But the other thing about having a chat that gets split up, this is a pretty neat idea. Because then you have the ability to be a part of a smaller chat, able to kind of feel that interaction. You can bounce between chats, no problem. But you have that ability to carry on a conversation without immediately losing your place. And by separating it out to where you have maybe 50 people in the same chat, I think that might be a good enough number. So basically you've forced it so that, yes, you're having to use another app to be able to carry on conversations, but it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to do. If that's something you're really interested in. Otherwise, you can just be a part of the normal chat. And it's not going to be, there's not going to be any sort of pay wall for that. There might be a fee just for the server to be able to function, but I think that we can get away with a very, very minimal sort of cost period. Like right now, the website that I have costs me about $200 a year to operate. But if I want it to function as a central communication hub, we would have to upgrade that to about $300 a year. Well, that's fairly easy to kind of justify the cost, honestly. It's not anything that would be devastating or difficult. You don't have to break the bank to pull it off. I thought there was a sword around here. I guess I was wrong. Huh, no cars around here. Ooh, but a dirt bike. That's better. Many times I find that I will try and think of solutions to problems that don't exist. I do that a whole lot. Oh, thank you, Bastion. So things like having a separating chat. I know I'll never need that. I mean, well, I don't know if I'll ever never need it, but with the current way things are set up, I'll never need it. But I think of the problem because I want to make sure that I don't get surprised by something. So I troubleshoot for things like that. It gets me to kind of get a little distracted with a lot of projects, honestly. Something I kind of wish I could be able to avoid, but my disposition is to want to troubleshoot things. Over the falls. Mr. Pinga. What the? Was that somebody? No idea. Dang, that guy's got a lock on. Ouch. Oh, hey there, Earth Spirit fella. Here, take my weapon. I don't need it. Spit it out. Yeah. Ooh, good upgrade, actually. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated there, Bastion. Time to go back to the bike. Where'd the bike go? Bike. That's weird. There we go. Take this, Eminem, you villain. This is for making bad music. Strange planet. I'll say it's strange. More fuel and repairs. Good to go. Oh, wonderful. I hear gunfire. Come, Bastion. Must deal with these villains. They need to stop being so violent to one another. Whoa! Hey, there he is. Dang. He really surprised me there. They're right behind me. Dang. Man, I went around the corner. He immediately fired on me. Ooh, firecracker. Firecracker. Haven't seen that skin in a while. Oof. That's unfortunate. Some of these stories that I know that can be told during streams, I've noticed a lot of people have started to get repetitive on them. Now, I'm not talking about people that are repeating them themselves, which I am guilty of en masse. I will tell the same
stories at times about the dangers of AI over and over again. I try and always add a little bit more of a twist to it to make it make a little bit more sense. But I do admit I cover a lot of stuff over and over again. But I noticed with some streams, they're covering exactly the same thing. Remember when it came out a while back, the comparison of people that were on the news and they're all repeating the exact same words, line for line, sometimes even the same emphasis and pacing? I'm noticing that with streamers. I first noticed it with things like the pizza argument, trying to say about pineapple on pizza. It was kind of seen as a bit of a silly thing to spark division in a community, and so it was seen like a safe thing that you could do to kind of make people energetic and passionate about something that was completely trivial. But then I noticed them doing that with the same sorts of things for other areas, to the point of where sometimes even the same words were the exact same. Now, a lot of that stuff has become cultural. People will make cultural references and they will say the exact same thing over and over again. There was one guy, he was on a stream with, I think it was Joker's voice. Joker voice was in a stream. I don't remember the name of the guy that did this. Choose a landing zone for us, Bastion. I will follow you this round. Lead us forward. What's the guy's name? Autobot rollout. Anyway, whatever that Transformers name is. So it was with Joker voice, and the people he was with. And Joker voice had a much better perspective on it. But there was a guy who was deeply passionate about the subject that they were talking about, and it was in relation to the Superman film that was coming out. And he was raging against it. He was so mad. He was almost out of control with how angry he was. And everyone was like, this isn't that bad. But there were people on that stream that were trying to make it the worst possible film that was coming out. The advertisement for it, terrible, horrible. Doesn't deserve even the slightest chance of proving itself. And what is interesting about it, it was all based upon a photo. And with that, they had already colored their entire worldview of what the film was going to be like. And as such, they were going to kitsch sort of responses for, canned sort of responses for what was on screen. They were giving the same arguments they had done for The Last Jedi and other superhero films. They were lashing out in mass, and this guy was just so out of control. He could not be. He was taking things and completely making it up, saying, I will basically die on this hill, sort of. And we're like, buddy, your arguments don't make any sense because you're talking about something that hasn't even happened yet. But it was par for the course. You have to get angry about it. You have to get a reaction. That's how you get views. So he was taking that to the extreme. Now you start to lose people's interest when you do that. Oh, that's you. Thank you. I was about ready to throw this sticky grenade on you. things that are trivial that people ramp up in order to try and get a response. I don't do that because I don't think it's authentic. I don't think it's healthy. That's why we don't do it for these streams. But as such, that's why I know that the growth won't happen, because that is what the algorithm likes, even if it is destructive, honestly, to your arguments and to your content. I'd rather have authentic, simple content that makes an impact in little ways than have something where I am ranting and raving about something that I have no passion for, that I'm just trying to do for the mere sake of getting clout. But if AI takes off, will the AI start to do these canned rage sort of responses? And if so, will those people be out of a job? Just raise the question. Because a lot of people they just want to be mad. They don't even care about what they're mad about, just as long as they're feeling passion for something. Because in our world, things have gotten a little too simple, and so thus raging about a product like that can be seen as somehow good, even though it's super trivial. These are bots. Oh, that one's not. Take that, Snoop Santa. Oh. I'll be back for you, Bastion. All right, got him. Darn it. Rats. Did he get raised by a bot? Or is that someone else? Rats. I should have disengaged. If I ever become the sort of person that people will quote in an argument, I'd prefer those quotes give the impression of a calm, even person, not the raging sort. Indeed, Scutless. Indeed. It's better to be known for wisdom and compassion and kindness and a calm spirit than someone who is adrenaline-filled. That's the response of a child. There's a reason why old men who are wise are seen as kind of like these almost like monk-like fellows. Now, once you have come into wisdom, it's very hard to back off. Now, anyone can lose themselves, but when you've come into wisdom, you start to desire to learn more. Now, a child doesn't have that same level of patience or interest. The older you get, the more interest you get in such a thing. Now, you can still be comical and humorous, and you can be a bit outlandish. But when push comes to shove, you will have an even keel. That is going to be a sign of stability, especially in times of madness. Being known for that, as somebody that can be relied upon in those times of madness, is exactly what we need. Everyone in our culture is in need of that. Let's go to the court up here. That sun's moving fast. Oh my goodness. Bastion, have you seen these vending machines and the new faces that they do? If you purchase the rich item, I think is when you will get a very weird face that looks like a Japanese sort of meme. Let me see if I can get it again. Do you see the faces changing right now? So if I purchase something, you see faces, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, so you see the kind of the smug look right there.
The meme of the trade offer.
That's
the
so
guy holding
goofy.
out his both hands and saying, "I give you this, and I get this."
Yeah, I think that's the one. That's just so goofy to see that little character do those sorts of eyes. Just go to this little slits. Smugness. Oh, Void Mass. Wonderful, thank you. Have some shield for you, Bastion. Sensational.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Lead the way. Yeah, grab a little puff of air. All right. If we were to, maybe, as a culture, start to veer away from trivialness, I wonder what that would look like for us all. Now, I know media doesn't prefer things that are sober-minded, but it would be good and healthy for us as a culture to really start to lean into the desire to have more wisdom, and as we go through this life, the more that we start to understand, the less we're kind of content with things that are trivial. For somebody that is in need of subsistence, they're not going to be swayed by candy. They need a steak. They need bread. People that are in need of nice roast duck. That's what we need. Uh-huh. But in the same way, if you're somebody who's hurting, you don't need things that are trivial. You don't need things that are ridiculous and over the top. What you need is something that is stable, that is comforting. So one of the reasons why I couldn't stand advertising, because advertising was all about trying to get people to sacrifice their own judgment in order to pursue something material, whether or not it was wise or not. Golly, just a second. All right, there we go. We must become a society who can understand important story exposition given by Donald Duck. Yes, exactly. The wisdom of Donald. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab you. Where are you? Come back here. Get out of the water, you water spirit. Now I'll put you back down there. Wonderful. Oh, the little hoppity hop that he has. So cute. What is that? Is that a task here? Destroy these things?
He looked like damage, this character. Did that do anything? Or was that completely pointless? Oh, there's another one. Claim a reward. Ew. A sword. Yes. What a deal. Okay, that was worth it. Save the turtle and get a sword. Yes, exactly what I always wanted. Get my car. We will be ready to move. Not health. There we go. Health. Oh, come back. Water. Get back here. Get back here, water. Wait, where'd he go? I threw him and now he's gone. Odd. I wanted that character to heal me. Hey, Rift. Maybe next time I should be... Maybe I need to be a little bit more creative with some of my AI rants. Maybe I need to start to tell AI rants in the voice of a character. That could be interesting. Not necessarily for this time, but for the next time I could come on. If I really have something I have to say about AI, I could come on and say, I've been hearing there's a strange sort of technology that is causing people to become isolated and to become cold and heartless, uncivilized. Add some more interest to it. Either that or it'd be absolutely pointless. And I wouldn't get my main thoughts across. Oh well. Somebody's up ahead. Two teams. Oof. Did he take out both of them there? Maybe. Cool. That worked. Maybe not according to plan, but it works. Just open up the rant with an overdramatic claim that Skynet has set Terminators after you. Hey, I can do the special effects to really pull it off. It would just take a long time to do. Oh, another reboot. Let's get moving. There they are up ahead. He's weak. Nice. Well done. Take that weapon if you so desire. And we lost the vehicles. That's unfortunate. But sacrifices must be made. That'd be absolutely hilarious, honestly. Begin off the stream with the background all torn up and having some terrible story about how the AI has finally found me. It's finally had enough of my rants and ravings. Maybe when I actually have my own place that, you know, I can actually shout and not have to worry about the neighbors throwing a fit. That could be anywhere from a few months to a few years. Well, we control the mountain. Too bad we don't have rockets. You know, it'd be really interesting actually to try and prove to people just how easy it is to trick them that with an AI. I've thought about this before about how easy it'd be to really pull the wool over some people's eyes. But I would not like to be known as the guy that did that and actively made it so that people started to distrust one another even more. That's not sort of personal achievement I would want to have. Nicely done. Dang, that did not go well. Oof. Nicely done. No! Man, those people had some wicked aim. I think they had an aimbot with them, but I think it was probably a console aimbot. I think we'll go for just one more, and then we'll bring this to an end for tonight. Especially since we streamed earlier today. All right. Great. I can't wait until we get Godzilla. They'll make it so much better than that. That's right. Cook yourself. Bring it all to an end. The sheer nightmare of having to see that thing. Imagine the psychological damage it must do to someone who has to see it constantly. Ugh. So I thought about a way that I could trick people with an AI. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized it has actually a really scary implication. It's not something that could be just so easily said that, oh, you know, it's just an experiment. And I heard a Tim Pool thought about doing the same thing. I don't know if it was exactly the same thing. I didn't ask him or anything, but I saw on a video he said about how easy it would be to do an experiment and how they actually pulled back from wanting to do one because it was so easy to pull off. Now, imagine it though like this. People already distrust one another in many ways. What if you were to lean into that? And, oh no, not there. Yeah, let's go here. You could very easily feed off of people's anger and their even just maybe a little bit of simplicity to be able to deceive a couple hundred people. And with a little bit extra effort, you could make it thousands, if not millions. Based upon the platform, it would get projected either further or closer from your community or whatnot. But somebody did this a while back before AI had taken over, and they deceived thousands of people. And they laughed at it because they're like, hey, you people are gullible. Look how easy we were to deceive you. With AI, it makes it super easy so that anybody now can do that same sort of thing. Anybody with malicious intent in their heart. And so you don't need an example to try and prove that it's bad or evil. We already have it. It's human nature. Human nature kind of proves it. Look into the rest of the Godzilla cosmetics. Fingers crossed for Mothra, and Rodan is his glider. Or Rodan is his glider. And Mechagodzilla is his alternate style. Yeah, a lot of people would like that. I'm kind of impartial, honestly. The MonsterVerse sort of idea never really held much interest for me. But I know a lot of people that would love it. Among which would probably be Bastion. Let's see. Let's change the music here. Want to... let's do something a little bit more lighthearted as we are in this last round. Nope, we're ending off with Christmas because it is a Christmas time. There we go. All right, it will change here in just a moment. There we go. Better. Great, now I have to look at this hideous bug that's on the roof of this car. Maybe I can splat it if I get to a low enough tunnel. Or maybe I can do it like this. Nope, never mind. That ain't gonna work. How do I get rid of this bug out there? There we go. Bug is gone. Oh, the bug's in here. Someone just got the vaults opened up. All right, into the vault. No! Phooey. Alright, well, we're resetting that since that was a early one. Okay. The vault is open. Now the vault dwellers can be captured by the master's army and... Wait, I'm mixing stuff up again. Well, now Bastion's a vault dweller. At least it's a lot more appealing than that monster. You know, I think that was probably what lost it for us. I was so distracted by the hideous terror that was before me, and I just could not focus. I will follow your lead, Bastion. Oh, that's interesting. All right, following Bastion's lead. Where will he take us? Hopefully not into a catastrophe. All right, the Bastion has spoken. Well, pinged. To the Frog Village. People are here. I gotta get Get to the sword fast. Yes. The sword is mine. Chance of success is increasing. Never mind. Two-hit wonder, huh? Oh, no, 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 not you, not you. Phew. Monster! Get out of here, monster! Okay. Gotta reboot the bastion. Hey there, you tyrants. Amazing what can be done with a sword. Welcome back to the land of the living, Bastion. I like all the artwork around here. They did a really good job on this map. They added a lot of culture, whereas a lot of their other maps feel they feel dead because they don't have a whole lot of artwork or beauty added to the map, just period. Replacement sword. Get me up here. Ugh, that's a weird looking frog. Ugh. Some of the designs around here are indeed a little peculiar. Still makes sense, but still peculiar. Dang it. That didn't go well. Save me, Bastion. Get rid of them. It's behind you. No. Phooey. Those guys were, That fortress saved that guy's life. How frustrating. Some people and their forts in this Fortnite are just outlandish. Ridiculous. I got golden claws. That's terrifying. All right, we're going to bring that to an end. Thanks, Bastion, for participating. We didn't get any victories, but we at least tried. Much appreciated for your time. And to the rest of you out there, much appreciated for coming by. Thank you, Athena, for the follow. And to anybody else who's out there who has watched or found anything of merit on one of the platforms where you can like and comment, please consider doing so. If you didn't like it, feel free to dislike it. I'd rather have you dislike it and know that you are real than to have bots that were filling up the views. Have a blessed Christmas evening and beginning. Well, actually, no, it's no longer Christmas evening. My time is all kind of screwed up in my head. Day after Christmas. May have a blessed day after Christmas. And may you have good preparation for your new year. We will see you next time, whenever that is. Until next time, folks, have a very blessed evening. We are not going to be rating on any of the channels just because there's not enough to do that. So we'll see you all next time.